Hello and welcome along. Today we are taking a first look at Black Mountain, Montana. This is version 2 of the map. And actually, when I came across it, I got really quite excited by this. So the main focus of this map, and the thing that I really like about it, before I've even stepped foot anywhere in it, is this is mainly a logging map. This is mainly forestry. So if I bring the map up, you'll see what I mean. This is all woodland. So you do have a few fields and you've got some animals and things, but the main focus of this is forestry. So I'm really looking forward to having a look around that. So the map is by Hoot. And it is available via FS UK. So it's PC only, as it's not on the mod hub. And the yard looks quite nice. Interesting texture on the ground here. But yeah, you can see there is our woodlands. So we're going to head up into that in a moment. But I'm just having a quick look around the yards, and I'm quite liking this. It's there's a lot of atmosphere for the flatness at the moment. So yeah, it really does feel like you're in this small area where a small farm could be perched and on the edge of a great logging. So we have in this Silverado is the mod of choice that we have here. So we're going to jump in that. I want to use something a little bit more rugged than the Jeep on this map. So we'll bring the map. Now I think if we head through our pig yard over here. Must remember we're on an American map, so I'm going to drive on the correct side of the road. So this is our pig area here. Along with storage for grains and things there. So basic sort of setup here. That looks like the Goldcrest pig yard. To be honest, you know, the main crux of this, the thing that attracts me, and I think will attract most people, is not having the animals here. It's the area we're heading off into. But yeah, so there are a lot of options on this, but it is a big focus on this. So what will make or break this map will be how interesting this woodland area is. And actually, from the get-go, I'm actually finding this really interesting. Quite how you get some of these trees, I don't know, but I guess as we go deeper into it, there will be more sort of woodland areas to work with that are more stable. I love the fact that we've got this drive up the mountain. That's a really neat touch. That you just, oh wow! I think we're going to get to the top here, and the view is just going to be stunning. I'm just going to take a moment to take that in, because that is just... That's amazing. That's fantastic. So let's keep going up the path. So, yeah, we work our way up the mountain, up towards Black Mountain itself, which is at the bottom of the map. There's not a huge area here you can work easily yet. I think, we do have mud. We have the mud mod, and I like that. It was one of the things I was going to comment on, was lack of the mud mod on here, and how it would be really useful. And I love that, actually, it looks like it's being used really frugally. So there may be a couple of points here where it really comes into play. That would be nice. We're beginning to level out a bit, and here we go. We're heading up onto Horseback Ridge now. And wow, so we've got a large grass area here at the top of Horseback Ridge. That's interesting. More mud. Slow us down a bit. And head up here, and I think this is the area where you start to work and can start to do stuff. We seem to have some fuel up at the top here. Yeah, here we go. So here's a way station. It's a camping area, so we are in. It's quite nice that. A nice touch to have that in the middle of here. But it's not quite as dense a woodland as I was expecting. Which I intrigues me. It's fantastic. It looks wonderful, but I was expecting denser woodland to have to work. So it's not quite as dark or quite as contained or I don't know what the word I'm looking for now is. But yeah, there's a lot more open space up here than I was expecting. But this is certainly an area you can work, I think. Right, we have a choice here, so let's have a look at the map. If we go that way, it's going to take us straight out, so we are going to go round here and keep going into the woodlands. But it is, yeah, it's not a woodland insofar as it's a lot of trees clumped together. They are all up the slopes and things. A really interesting map to work this, I think. One of the things I've been looking for is a map that will do a Forestry Friday setup and hold it. And this is actually a good contender. So if we go up this hill here, so there's a lot of routes here. If we go up this hill here, this will take us in deeper. We are working our way up the mountain, absolutely. I wonder if we get to the top of this. Yeah, in fact, the mountain is up here. Up the top of the way. Oh, fallen tree. Right, let's work our way around it. So that's one of the nice things that we had with Rockwood in 15, was that you, driving around the roads, to get to the depths you had to clear fallen trees. So I like that. I like the idea as well of doing a forestry map and starting really with very little. So, you know, just enough to get you going and then building up from there. Right, we can either go, I think we want to go down here and have a look this way. We are deep. Well, we are a long way up the mountain now. That is the mountain itself there. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am, because we're not going to go right by the mountain. But the mountain, yeah, is up there. Lots of fallen trees and stuff to clear. So there's really a lot. Definitely forestry orientated. You could do a lot of grass work up here as well, though, which would be quite cool. So there's a lot of options to this, and I think you could make money just purely by having a mower and and stuff as well. Right, so let's go and have a look at what Middle Ridge is, or is that, I know. So Middle Ridge is a mountain, or is a peak. Sorry. Toilets up the mountain. But we're gonna head round now. So this is a little bit more dense woodland, but it is all, yeah, it is all fairly spread out stuff. You'll have to work. Wow. Just gonna have a look down there. That's quite a drop. It really is. So some of these trees really are very inaccessible. But there are plenty that can be worked. And plenty of space actually to plant stuff. So you could come in and plant quite a lot of trees ready to harvest them later. Which would be a nice way to go as well. There's plenty of grass areas to do that on. Right, and we will head down here. So we're heading back down the mountain now. But it is, whoa, it's sliding that. You can look out across the valley really, really wonderfully. It's picking an area of forest to work, I think. Wait, we're sort of sliding now, which is a bit unexpected. Could be that we're going downhill. that's causing the slides a bit. But yeah, I'm sliding all over the place. Way. Now that could be this this mod, this Silverado. It's not a mod I've tested before. I've worked on it here, and we might as well have a look. Actually, while we're working our way down here, let's have a look at this mod as well. Not bad actually. Nicely detailed inside. It feels a little bit spongy, but yeah, not too bad at all. We don't have any IC in this. Fairly basic, but yeah, works as a mod. The only options to colour it are to well, is to colour the outside, so no wheel options or anything like that. Right, head down here. There is a way up there. I'm guessing. Wow, that's really quite well blocked with trees. That is. I think I would like to have seen. I think what I was expecting, what I'd like to have seen, was a bit more density and a bit more clumping together of the trees. Right, there is another ridge up that way. I'm not going to head up that way because there's nothing other than more of this. There's not really anything up there. So we're going to continue to head down the mountain and we'll go and check out the other areas and setups we have. But there's certainly a lot of forestry stuff to work with here. And certainly somewhere like this, where you're going down this gulch, Martin Gulch. There's plenty of stuff to work here, and by the looks of it, this brings you down to the sawmill. So actually, really good area to start. I think would be along here. I quite like that, and then you're very close to the sawmill. There we go. Looks like you get some forestry stuff to start with as well, which is quite useful and quite good. So yeah, that is the sawmill. We have... Let's just do a quick tour of it. We have the wood chips there. And the... Where does our logs go here? Some basic tractor equipment to start with here. Probably would be a good set of equipment to start with, although I'd probably go with something that looks a bit older so we feel a little bit rustic starting off. Now the other way that we had that I was talking about a moment ago, up to Sherman Ridge, that comes out here by the looks of things, but it looks like a very, yeah, it's a very difficult path by the looks of that. That's cool. And then we come down off the mountain and we come down to here. And we have a sell point. So we have a BGA here. Right. Which we'll come back to in a minute, actually, because we want to go and have a look at the bits we have up this end. Definitely made out about the American road markings that are on this map, which is quite cool. There are a few fields. We'll check a field price in a moment. So we've got the nursery here. And so at the nursery, I've got a track. That is not one of our tractors, I don't think. Yeah, that's a T6, but looking at that, that's not one of ours. Yeah, that's just sitting there. So it looks like you can buy, or actually this is a sell point for manure by the looks of it. So you can't buy manure here, but it is a sell point for it. Do we have anything further? Yes, we do. We've got the right aggregates this way as well. Nice. The road turns into a gravel track up here. So there's quite some speeds to this truck. Other than the slipping and sliding, I'm not having a big issue with this truck. I think it's quite works really quite nicely, actually. I think the inside could do with a little bit of a touch-up, but otherwise... Well, I don't know, actually, because I don't know what the inside of this looks like. So there we have our sheep area and a sell point as well. So this is one of our sell points. It looks like a grain sell point in general. So I'll head back this way. And we're coming back past the nursery now. We will check on field one's price, I think. See what sort of price we're dealing with and whether we have any missions as well, actually. So, yes, we have missions. And the field price is 146,000 for a field that is... Oh, let's get a clearer look at that. A field that is... one of the smaller ones. Wow, actually, that's some quite hefty field prices there. One of the things I've heard leveled at West Coast recently is the field prices are a little too low. To be honest, I'm not necessarily in agreement with that. I like field prices where it's not going to cost an absolute fortune to buy the whole farm. The challenge, I think, is being able to farm that many fields. So let's have a look at the BGA. We have, looks like 5. Now you see that's a lot of silage space for the land we have out here, which kind of suggests to me that one of the ways to make money on this map is to cut the grass on the mountain as well. And collect that, even though it's not fertilizable or anything like that. There's a lot of grass you could cut up there, so yeah, I think that is a plausible route to go. We don't own any of these fields. We want to head up into here, I think. Not that road. The next road, yeah. It's just up here. So this must be the town, by the looks of things. Fuel here. Shop is just over there, so we'll come back to that in a moment. We cannot get to the animals, the animal market from here. So sell point here. 2 sell points here, actually. So what are these? So we have what appears to be a grains or a crop sell point. And we have a biomass sell point here. So wood chips can also be sold here. So that's something to take into account. There are 2 wood chip sell points. The diner isn't a sell point. And we've got Morgan's Motors here, which I think I've heard in the past that is from FS13, I think. So yeah, sell and customization point there. Right, we're just going to go and see if we can get into the animal market, which would appear to be down this road here. Yeah, there we go, and across the bridge. Over the river. Nice water texture on the river. Good bit of mirroring. So we have our sell point for the wool here. This is our animal market, so here I would guess is our buy sell point. Yeah, it's quite cool, nice and easy. Interesting different model for that, so not the standard Goldcrest one, which is great. And then we have a sell point over here, which is a standard Goldcrest one. As you can see, it's Goldcrest Pacific grain on the side. And that is, it's just going to be a grain sell point, I think. So plenty of sell points. I quite like that. That's a nice touch to it. Plenty to do from that point of view. So we've covered everything around here, really. We want to head back down to our main farm, and we will have a look at the starting equipment from there. So down here. And I really like this bit. After all the sort of climbing and everything around the mountain, there's a nice character to this map to have this flat plain area with all the mountains around it. And it's just nice in general. That just to have that kind of it does feel like a farm situated in where they could in a mountain range. So this is our cows by the looks of things. Yep. And then we're back to our main yard over here with our combines all set up for a first harvest and everything. And yeah, so let's go park up by the house. Like so. And we will have a look at what our starting equipment is. So in the garage here, we have a New Holland T5, an 8340, and we do have a T6. Not 100% sure where that is. I think that's in the barn just over there. Where we have an FZ30, so one or all of these, I would guess, have front loaders on them. In fact, yeah, we have two FZ30s. A pallet fork and a log fork. All stole, of course. A TC590 and a Verifeed 18-foot to go on it. Yeah, not the smallest combine, but obviously not the biggest either. A TKD 1600 FarmTech trailer. So it holds 15,000 litres. The combine does 6,400. So actually good size trailer for that combine. You could possibly go smaller. I like to have a ratio of 2 to 1 for my trailers. Kuhn-Kolmer L300 and a Great Plains 3P100 6NT. An SP1000, two SP1000 sewer weights. The New Holland Discbine mower. The Bergman Repex 34S forage trailer. So that again says to me a lot of money is to be made. It can be made on grass on this map. Lizard pickup rodeo. So that's the older version, older pickup. The ST65T FSI PowerTech stump grinder. The Stepper FHL 13AK log trailer. And a large storage shelter, which we saw over by the pigs. So that's replaceable. That's applicable. And the 2,500 Cummings is what we added, or what I added. So that's all great. Personally, I think starting equipment really fits, really works well. Gives you everything really you need to do basic logging startup and basic farming startup. So, yeah, I think that's great. All in all, I think there's a lot of potential in this map. And I think I may try it in the coming weeks. It is available, as I said, from FSUK. And I will put a link to that in the description. I think it's worth trying out, especially if you're after something a little bit different from Farm Sim. It's not like any other map I've tried recently. Yeah, definitely worth checking it out. Really, after that, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this first look. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.